What's up, everybody? See who maybe is sitting around bored on a Saturday night. I'm not tired yet, and I want to get some listing done. Had an incredible source day today. Let's see here. Make sure live and coming in clear, and there we go. Sweet. We are good. But yeah, I'm just gonna be sitting here working. If anybody wants to join in, please feel free. Come and hang out and say what's up. And an incredible day today. I mean, flat out. Maybe possibly my best sourcing day today. Didn't make a video. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Louisa. I guess you saw it on Instagram. I didn't really make a video, so I just wanted to show that kind of stuff. We just did it, hanging out as a family. How's it going? Wajid A. Welcome. Never seen that name before. Thanks for hanging out. What's going on, Shane? How's it going? Yeah, just having a good time, hanging out, listing some stuff, still trying to knock out a bunch of listings, a ton of listings. Just really doing what I can to get stuff done. Oh, that's nice, man. Me and my wife were just catching up on the Mandalorian episode, chapter 11. They're kind of jipping me. I was showing her. First episode was 54 minutes. Next one was 42. This one was 34. But they know I'm going to tune back in and watch. But how was everybody's sourcing day today? That's what I want to know. How was it today? I don't want to just talk about mine. I want to see how everybody else's was. Hey, Ken, and everybody else that's not Ken. Thanks for bringing Mr. Bill back. List. There we go. All right, man, Shane, enjoy the movie, buddy. And on top of that, sales were great today, everybody. Sales were great. So, found some great stuff. Sales were great. Getting ready to list some little figures here that I picked up today. What's going on, Louie? Justin says sourcing is dry. I was kind of feeling that way too. And I'm telling you, it's sometimes it's just that one sale. And the cool part is I made a cool connection. Not a long-term connection. Excuse me. But a short-term. Like this person sadly had a relative pass away. And we scored so huge at that one. And I said, take my number if there's more stuff, you know. She's already been contacting me. She's already texted me some other stuff that she's like, hey, do you want to buy this? $2 each. So until she depletes all that inventory, she couldn't even get around to getting everything listed for the yard sale she was doing today. What's up, Joey? But yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit of listing. You know, I always drop the link in there for you. Everybody hang out and share the love, and be sure to say hello to everyone. And but man, today was a hype day. And then guys, when you see the you know, I'd love to be able to tell you the story on how today went, which then I know I should have recorded it. But this was a simple, like, no, didn't want to record it. I would really wanted to go just and enjoy the atmosphere, me and my wife and my son. And man, got back home, was like, man, we did great. And then I jump on Facebook and I see this other stuff. Goodness gracious, that Halloween stuff, it's retired. It's awesome. So today was just full of scores, just full of scores. Let's see here. But 11 in the chat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, links in there. Don't be afraid to chat and have fun, and let me know how your day's been going, chat. Like, everybody, did you get out there? Did you find anything? Was it more of a day of relaxation? Was it more of a day of, you know, you worked on listings, sales? What was it like for you all? I don't want to just sit here and tell you how I've been doing. I want to see how you all have been doing. Ooh, back up. I have 6 little figurines directly in front of me that are gonna go for. I'm gonna do one set and a lot of 3. And the other one's individual listings. I'm thinking I'm gonna do free shipping on them because they're lightweight. 6 little figurines that'll probably low end pull in $60. I'm gonna list them for $80 on these 6 figures. Just part of the deal I got today. So that's awesome, Ken. Sourced mostly plush today. Sales have been good today as well. Awesome, man. That's why you gotta list it, people. There's stuff I listed last night, sold today. I had a sale last night. Luis, if you're still here, I was listing, while in Cali resellers chat. I got off of the chat with you, was kind of packing up for the night, and a sale came in on this guy. This it's Colonel Dwayne Hicks from the Alien movie. Didn't have the gun attachments, but had all the helmet and the utility belt and all that stuff. I listed that thing for $20, free shipping. Bam, jumped on it. The guy messaged me, and he lives 20 minutes away. He said, "Hey, you want to meet at the gas station?" I said, "Yeah, man, we'll meet Sunday." I don't really know him, but hey, I'll let him know. I find figures all the time, and hey, that was a quick little sale. That was an extra bonus in a wrestling ring that I got off the Facebook Marketplace. So I'm already $20 into that deal. All right, Louis says, long day at the flea market with another YouTuber and another friend. Made bank, ate nice dinner with daughter. Awesome. Yes, guys, if you go check my Instagram, you'll see my post from earlier today. I really been spending the night just my wife made awesome dinner tonight, and I was sitting there kind of just quietly on the couch, just going like, okay, I still haven't I set everything up for the photo that you see on Instagram. I still haven't taken any of it down. It's all still sitting there in the kitchen. Well, besides these little figures, I took these down. Justin, sales could be better. Chandler School Deck legs, they sell every time. Nice. A nice little bolo there from Justin. These are easy photos. Love it when they're easy photos. Let's just do all the photos while we're here. Guys, I'm going to be announcing a Gonna be announcing something pretty fun here. I dropped a little hint in my last video. Good night, Louie. Long day, man, but I'm glad you got to hang out with your daughter, man. It's great quality time there. Well, that's what's pretty crazy about what the stuff I pulled today. The first blow mold was actually picked out by my son. I didn't see it. He just points and goes, "Dad, a snowman." And I go, "Hey, is that for sale?" And they said, "Yeah, everything's for sale." I said, "What do you want?" 38-inch tall blow mold. She goes, "I don't know, $3." I was like, "What about the Santa one next to it? 40-inch Santa." She's like, $3 also. So what about the short Santa? She goes, "Well, that one's smaller, $2." Man, such a good day. Such a great day. What's up, Sal? Thanks for coming and hanging out, man. I like to do this for our West Coast peeps that are on the other side. I'm over here on the East Coast, having fun, making some money, selling stuff on eBay, loving it. But everybody is quiet tonight. I was looking around. There's not a lot of options for chat and stuff. So I was kind of like, well, I'm gonna get some listing done. I'll hang out with everybody, see how you're doing. Let's try to get all three of these in one photo. Bam, that looks pretty good. Bam, 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 boom. I guess I could show you what I'm listing. Anybody remember the Animaniacs? Okay, I've had some of the Animaniacs plush that I sold. They went pretty fast. Animaniacs. These were Elmer's Candy Company, 1997. I have all three with hearts, so I'm guessing like a Valentine's theme. But what's cool, I'm gonna list that as a set. But I got two sets, so gonna do an individual listing for each one. They're going for about $10 each, and then I'm gonna do a set of three. Cool part is there's hardly any listed. I'm just able to put my own price out there because I don't have any real competition. I got sold comps, no listings. So that's what's really fun. Oh, nice, nice, nice. What's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. How was your Saturday today? How was your Saturday, Sal? Guys, I can start blowing up Jake's phone. Vintage Animaniacs, 1997 PVC figure. Let's say figure. Valentine Yakko toy heart. Rare. Went to flea market, but no luck. Sorry, man. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's just a good idea if you don't, if you got a YouTube channel but you don't want to record anything. Today would have been great content. Went to our first yard sale. I think we were in and out in 30 seconds. The lady running it was a little rude. She was rude to her family that were there, a little rude to us, and we didn't really find anything. So we were like, okay, we're out. Did did open a Pokemon booster box last night and pulled a $300 hyper rare. Nice, man. Pokemon is still trending good for right now, man. It's a good thing. It always gets its like a kick every decade. Does really good. Material theme animation. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead. What's this thing? Not even an ounce. Okay. It's a pretty easy listing. Yeah. Stay on the wave as long as you can, man. What's the scariest item you ever had to ship? I mean, typically anything high dollar, whether people are gonna complain. So speaking of Charizard, like I I didn't have I had a first run base set Charizard Hollow, put it up on auction, sold for 325. All I had it was in was a sleeve protector and a top loader. And this person, I mean, they wanted pictures to make sure there were no bends, no scratching, anything like that. And it looked great, but I was like, in my opinion. So sent photos, trusted in it, and put extra insurance on it. I mean, he won the auction, paid immediately, so that let me know they were pretty legit. But it's still, I was waiting, waiting, waiting for that feedback, and waiting for it to be delivered. And loved it. Said the card was great, great transaction. Yeah, that was a little nerve wracking. And the only other one was a karaoke machine that went out for like a little over 300. It wasn't really the price; it was just so many accessories connected with it that I was uh I was nervous. Come on, get it together. Here we go with the eBay app. Forgetting all of your address and zip code again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes, man, that stuff will, because a, people pay a good premium for an item, and then also you don't want, it's like you get worried that it's going to be a scam. Or I shipped out two DVD VCR combo units to the same buyer. Pretty sure, um pretty sure they're probably, a drop shipper or a flipper. I gave them two combo units, $70, $79 each. They paid for both of them, had them shipped out there. I mean, comps weren't going any higher than that. Gave them a couple free VHS tapes, but when somebody buys two combo units like that, so that'll get me nervous sometimes. Mm, mm. Oh yeah, the $800 game, man. It's a good little score. Luis, how was your day, man? Running around. Bing. Da-na-na-da-na. Trying to think. Yeah, trying to also head out of town weekend after Thanksgiving. Have a little getaway. It'll be fun for me and the family. I think like 3 or 4 days, not too far. I mean, not too long. What's up? Thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Just getting a little listing done, talking to everybody. Modified. No. Type. Figurine. It's doing it again. I feel you, Justin. He's like, yep, probably never do it again. Oh, let me guess. You still don't have my zip code. Again. But yeah, so, I mean, anybody get any other crazy sales? Anything else kind of shock you? Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. All right. Yakko and Wacko are listed. Now let's list Little Dot. Let's see if we can find Dot. There we go. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they're a buyer that, used eBay to get through to do the transaction. Maybe they're not like typical buyers on eBay. So they're like, oh, yeah, well, cool, I got the thing I wanted. See ya. So sometimes I'm like, long as it's, elapsed its time frame for anything negative, yeah, I wouldn't sweat it. Animaniacs. Dot. Paw Patrol. TV show material. Do you all put all the specifics in? Hey, what's up, Justin? Hey, Marie. I was happy after the 180 days. Yep. How is it going, everybody? Features. No. Got that right. Got that right. What's up, Nana? No, man, this is just a random little live, hanging out. I was getting some listening done and realized I was like, nobody else really, nothing else going on. So I said, hey, let's hang out with everybody and just chill. I'm doing some work, listing increases sales. So Nana Tink, I've been messing with this thing and I'm never gonna get around to listing it. Can it just be a gift to you? Can this little it's supposed to go with something else to where she changes the color on whatever she stands on. It does work. Seen it light up because I put it on some like random stuff. Because I did something and she started singing. But if you want it, let me know on Instagram. I'll send it out to you, Nana, because you're just so awesome. And even when I bought it, I didn't look it up. I was doing a 10-minute thrift run with my wife. I was like, I'm gonna go in for 10 minutes, and I saw this, and she goes, "Did you look it up?" And I said, "No, but I know that Nana Tink would like it." So I still haven't really looked it up to see what the comps are, but Nana, it's yours. You can have it. Want to make sure it goes to a good home, to somebody who likes it. You're so welcome, Nana. Thank you for all your hard work and caring for this community and always having a good time on her. Guys, go check out her show. She's always just encouraging and wants to keep it fun and helps people grow their channels. So good. Free fur buyer. What's my zip code? 23. I mean, there you go. Check it out. Let me open this up. Let me make sure. Okay. I like when I get to get listings done and I find small, rare items. Those are fun to sell. I don't know about you guys. I'm like, oh, sweet. I can just sell these. This will be awesome. Knock out some listings. They don't take up space. Oh, thanks. Fun bolo for you though. Only because I started looking up Animaniacs when I searched these. So I'll show whoever's watching this now, so you get that kind of like quick little head knowledge. There's like it's got to be a blow mold or some kind of figure. If you guys know Pinky and the Brain, if you don't, literally as the song goes, one was a genius, the other's insane. There were two mice, lab mice, that got worked on. Let me see, how tall is this thing? Yeah, it looks to be 12 inches tall. It's a figure from 1997 Warner Brothers. Okay, I'm gonna show you this recent sold. Yeah, guys, check that thing out. It's a 1997 Warner Brothers, listed as extra large, but $949. I was like, please tell me. I mean, these figures will still sell pretty good, but I was amazed. Oh, that's awesome, man. I just sold a set of all three of the plush. They were not that tall, of course. But yeah, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, they were all about 18 inches. They sold pretty good and pretty fast. All right, so somebody sold these for. Let's copy that listing. But yeah, and that's something I would have never thought about. I saw these at a yard sale. I looked these up, and as I was scrolling, I was like, "What is this for $900?" That's gonna leave a lasting impact in your thought process. So I was it was exciting to you know I got some great stuff, but I love when I look stuff up. You're learning more stuff. So they did not do a good listing. Elmer's vintage animation. Yakko, Wacko. Save some space here. Hearts. Blot. Sweet. What's up, Kaiser? Thanks for hanging out, man. No, that's awesome. I didn't tell him I was doing it. I'm just making my own personal goals. Because I'm not doing it as a challenge. I make myself a challenge every week. I went through and I was trying to. I've been teetering at the 450 level. So I'm trying to get to 500 this weekend, and I've been pushing hard, and sales have increased, and so I love people that set goals and do it. So I was proud of them for doing that. Um, I'm like, so I cranked it right past almost 490 last night, and then a bunch of sales came in today, so it dropped me back down. So I'm pushing again tonight. But I want to make 500 listings my new benchmark. So it's very true, Justin. No. Material, plastic, theme, animation. kill. No. Hey, what's up, Iris? Iris, do you have your like YouTube chat on like old chat room lingo? Sneaks into room. Says it every time. It's like I remember the old chat rooms doing that. What up, Dan? Tried to call Jimmy today, Dan, but I realized time difference. I'm like wrapping up yard sales. He's probably right in the middle of it. So, what's up, Leroy? Thanks for hanging out. And everybody, I'll drop it again. You can feel free to hang out in the chat. You know, while I'm getting some listing done, be able to talk to you, but also, you know, let you can talk to other people while you're on here. Nice, man. Hallmark Christmas movies. They said they were even filming new ones today, and they were talking about the system they were doing for the kissing scenes in the movie. They it's like the actors have a piece of plexiglass in front of them. They kiss the plexiglass, and then they CGI. They edit it out, and I was like, oh man, like all that to get that Hallmark moment. But I know Ken appreciates it. Ooh, nice, man. Good pair of shoes right there. Real good pair of shoes. I don't know. I was wearing my Hokas all day today, and they do great. But I have no complaints with my boosts though. Dan knows what I'm talking about with the boosts. All right, Animaniacs are listed. Bought a bunch of some retail arbitrage deals yesterday, and I got one home, and it was busted. Nightmare Before Christmas, snow globes and nutcrackers. I went, swapped it out today, and found a good one. Yeah, these things are pretty sweet. So the one I bought yesterday, I didn't even check because I was so excited to get him, but his arm right here touching the snow globe was busted. I went to take photos last night. I was so upset, but this one's looking good. Oh yeah. I need a new chair, people. I just need to break down and buy one. Just don't think about it. This thing squeaks the whole time. Alright, let's see. Alright, store's looking good. Let's go Nightmare Before Christmas Snow Globe. Man, you're just picking out my movie set list, man. Well, Home Alone 2. Okay? You're doing good on the first two, but then it's Home Alone 2. Home Alone 1 is great, but Home Alone 2. What's up, Dave's Digs? Put cooking oil on it, Josh. Oh yeah, on the chair. Well, I have to keep tightening it over and over and over. It's not a high price chair at all. It's literally, we were using these kind of like a decorative coffee nook in our kitchen, and swapped them out, and I was just like, oh, I need a chair to work in. So I want to get a nice chair to actually work in so my back doesn't hurt. Home Alone 2 gets me because of literally one scene. Okay. Home Alone 1's great. Great concept. I love the innovation. It was just showing people, man, look, funny, slapstick humor. But Home Alone 2, he's on top of the roof and he's chunking the bricks off of the roof. And Marv's trying to get Harry's attention. And it's fake. It's all fun and games, but I start thinking about, like, if you were hit in the face from atop a 3-story building repeatedly, and then the marks it left on his face. They did so good with the aesthetics of that, and just keeping just giving you that real feel. Love it. Yes, we get joy from the comedic pain of others. Treasure in the Prince bag behind me. I think that one's not crazy valuable. Shed project. Personally, I needed to move a little faster, but I'm being patient because somebody's doing this out of the kindness of their heart. But I may talk to them and go, "Hey, can I just pay somebody because I need to be in there sooner than later." So, kind of nicely, enjoying the process, but I'm going to talk to them tomorrow. Yeah. Let me see, Dave. I think this is list. Well, it's not listed. It still has a price tag on it. So maybe it is valuable, and I just haven't got around to listing it yet. Let's see, we got it's women's racket. Prince Diva with the case. And then I got another, I think this is the one that's still in pretty good shape. Got a nice vintage Prince. Yeah, this one's still in pretty good shape. Oh, no, this is the one that had they put new frame tape on it. It's still not a bad racket. It's the Graphite Light XB Mid Plus. This is a nice vintage racket, but yeah, they were definitely one of the scuffers, so they did put the protective frame tape on there, so I'd rather let the buyer, take that off. probably gonna start decorating pretty soon. We still have our like pumpkins and scarecrows and all that outside. But I think we should just challenge everybody to do a crazy ride around light tour. Just with everything going on, I think people just need some fun and joy and time to ride around and see the scenery. There you go. I was gonna say, especially the nutcrackers. I priced mine a little high because I turn best offers on stuff. So, but yeah, guys, always be checking out Dory, Sola Seller. She works at a Walgreens. She sees exclusive. She also, if she's in your chat, she'll go, "Hey, by the way, check your local Walgreens. Stuff's going on sale." It's a lot of people, Dan, man. I think something about Christmas helps out with joy. For a lot of people, it's a dark time too. I get it. But I think if we can all encourage joy and helping people smile and stuff like that, I think it can't hurt this year. Guy next door is like 95 cents. You don't care. They decorate very little. Or maybe if other resellers have Christmas decor in their store, we could do like a reseller decoration swap. Just thinking. Kevlar Wilson racket for 99. Nice. My best racket sale so far was $60, and it was actually that mid plus graphite. It was graphite 3, I believe. Men's racket with the case, vintage in impeccable shape. Went for 60. Four days to go. Okay. Guys, she's talking about a vintage Harley Davidson shirt that she's got on auction on her store. Told her that thing should hit $100, so I'll be keeping my eye on that. I don't remember what these are called. Water globe, snow motion. Snow motion. What's up, Greg? Let's go in, Greg Stewart. There was one of these snow globes that I was too late on. Now I'm like, I want it. We'll see. And guys, if you need some like backlog playlist stuff to watch, go check out Reseller on the Road. He just did a huge drive around traveling journey where he filled his car to the roof and had a storage rack on top. I grabbed lunch with him when he was here in Virginia. But guys, go check out that journey, man. Like he found some great stuff. Like some great stuff. Greg even says, "Yep, I missed those videos." right. What am I doing? What am I doing? Need to do another cell like this. There we go. Sell similar item. Good job, Nana. Nice. I get down to the Chesapeake area. That's where I have a high bid auction spot down there that I go pick stuff up. It's about an hour and 10-minute drive for me, so it's not too bad. That's awesome, man. Nano saying goodnight, but yeah, I gotta get to bed soon. I'll stay on here a little bit longer. You know, gotta hit that listing number. You know, gotta shake a snow globe. Well, that's the styrofoam coming out. You gotta shake a snow globe. Okay, starts. Don't be a copyright. Don't be a copyright. No. Do it for the photo. I am in Virginia. I am equal distance between Richmond, Virginia, and Williamsburg, Virginia. Yeah, if my sales keep coming in like this, I'm excited to list. It's like I gotta get work to keep filling. I look at my eBay store like it's shelves, and I'm like, if I was running a retail store, don't let your shelves be empty. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Santa Jack and presents. Ooh. Santa Jack and Sally. Let's put that. Keep the bugger full. Yep. What up, Matt? West side hanging out to the east side. Yeah, Thirsting Goomba. Since I have them right here and I'm getting this last one listed, that's the Santa Jack chimney. I have Santa Jack with 0. He's on top with the sled. I have the big snowman Jack. And Santa Jack putting presents under the tree. So they came out with quite a few. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my buddy, Dan the Answer Man. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Josh? It's good, man.
Hanging out, man. Doing
Making that money.
huh?
You making that money.
Did you see that my Instagram post earlier?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
That's awesome.
And that's what I was gonna call Jimmy because I was like, thank you for making me go run to yard sales, even when there's 30 minutes away.
Right.
Because we only had 2 pop up. But I did make a new connection that might be some videos that I'll start working on. Not even that connection because I didn't even share it yet.
A different connection. Connections are good because you start getting hookups. It's
You
an
know,
easy way to source and
I'm close to a military base, right?
yeah.
So I got asked to join a page that was called. Because let me preface this a little bit. Where I live, because you'll kind of know the direction that it's going. Where I live, we have trash pickup, but your trash better be in its container or they don't touch it. Okay.
That's
So
how
I
we
like
are.
have these guys, and they're doing curb pickups in city. I don't live in a major city. Okay, so we don't have that. I go on the base because I got asked to join a page called. It's the base name Curb Alert, and a lady advertised her yard sale on that page. She didn't advertise it publicly through Facebook, just through that page. That's where those retired spirit Halloween characters were.
Okay.
And I was at home. I was done yard selling. It was 1 o'clock, and I was like, I saw it, and I was like, "Are these still available?" She goes, "Yeah, I didn't get a lot of traffic here." And I was like, "I'm on my way. Like I'm getting in the car. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'm on my way." I get there. Dan, I lie to you not. I stopped at 3 more houses with tons of electronics and stuff sitting on the side of the road in these neighborhoods.
Just free giveaway.
I
Pick
got
'em up.
vintage coolers. I got it looks like an electrician just got rid of all of his goggles, his tools, just tossed out a fan, a space heater.
Now, were these military people or not?
Mhm,
I mean, they're just getting ready to get up and go, or they don't want it, whatever the reason.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's the only place within probably a an hour's drive that there's a capability of you can go pick stuff up on the side of the road on a curb
Now, is that on base or off base?
on base.
Yeah. And you have access, you said?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" I filled my car up. I mean,
Yeah.
instantly. And I was just like, "Holy cow!"
Right.
Um, but I was just like, I picked up enough. I got that stuff. There was one
Now,
other
did you
yard.
pick up the free things first or the stuff from
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
the
other
three
side?
first. I went there because I was like, I mean, they might be packing up, and
Right.
she was very vague. She sent me a photo of the whole like table setup because she had other Halloween stuff as well. And I said, like, is the Halloween stuff there? I was talking about the boxes, and she just goes, yeah. And so I didn't want to get there and it'd be like, the garland and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're gone. So I wanted to kind of respect their time as much as I could. But yeah, got a
That's
good deal on
awesome.
that, and now I also get to test them. So I'll set them up in my house while my wife's out of the house, and let her walk in and just probably set them in the bedroom or something.
Nice. Be sure to record.
Oh yeah.
You become a prank. You're gonna have a prank channel before you know it.
It'll happen so fast. But yeah, no, super super good score today.
That's awesome.
Super good. How's your weekend been? I mean, you watched some good movies.
Yeah, I mean,
I
we
like
had
your
already
first
planned, so we were considering starting last weekend on Sunday, but we were like,
Mhm,
nah, we took it easy. But we said, all right, the following weekend, so this weekend, we're like, we're gonna get on, bring all the, most of the inside Christmas stuff upstairs, start
mhm.
getting some stuff sorted. So we spent several hours today knocking that stuff out, obviously multiple movies, and then went and grabbed some lunch and then
Mhm.
came back, did a little bit more. So it was a good day, and then
Nice, man.
kind of then my wife made some homemade beef broccoli. So for dinner, it was nice. So it was good.
Yeah, I was like, we talked about it. I think next weekend we're gonna be we'll be watching another little boy for some friends of ours, and he'll play and hang out with our son Friday night, and he may stay the night. So like it'll pretty much be a low key weekend next weekend. So I may just start pulling stuff out of the attic.
Yeah, it's obviously a lot of work, and it's like if you wait too long, depending on when Thanksgiving falls and Black Friday falls, you might have a shorter amount of time to enjoy it. So we're like,
Mm-hmm.
let's just get it going. And then I think tomorrow the weather's supposed to be nicer. It was really windy here today, so it's
Right.
a little bit nicer tomorrow. So we might, string up some lights and stuff. So we'll see, do some outdoor stuff.
Hey, thanks so much for the tip, Greg. I've shipped out a few, so I kind of do have a roundabout price on what that is. But thank you so much because I got a lot of other larger, got some blow molds today. But I'll definitely go double check that, Greg, because I have people that are interested in it, but that's probably why no bites are happening. So, because I think I just randomly just put calculated shipping on there. But yeah, man.
I haven't been even looking to the chat.
I just looked. Yeah, everybody was saying hey to you.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, Lady Left.
Danica came in.
Yep, Danica joined. Yeah, Dave's Digs was, of course, Dan and Luis.
Yep.
Out on the west side.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah, dude. Like everything. I mean, we haven't caught up in a while, man. Like work's been going good. I know weather's been kind of all over the place.
It's definitely cooled off here. It's it's weird. We have like a week of cool weather, then it'll be like nice, like almost nice fall weather. Like this coming week, it's going to be like in the 60s here. I mean, it's going to even hit the 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is crazy. Then it'll be high in the 40s or 30s. So it's just up and down. So
I know, and then it's like I'm not gonna get into the whole discussion about the virus and stuff, but it's like people's just the mold spores, allergies. It's gonna heighten colds,
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, it's sadly it's that time of the year, and now with we're getting a lot more tropical storms. It's bringing more moisture. It's kind of putting a turmoil and flows of weather patterns. So it's just kind of like it's trying to make 20. I'm like, if 2020, if it wants to be this chaotic this year, can it just take care of the chaos for the next like 10? Can we just get it all in this year?
Yeah, if you believe in the law of averages, that's right. If it's so bad this year, we have to have a string of good. So
yeah. See you later, Daves.
Good night, Dave.
Thanks. Appreciate you stopping by, man. I really do.
Yeah, and I've been hearing a lot of people have been having rain all throughout the country in different spots. We haven't had any rain. We had some snow. When was it? About a week ago, maybe something like that, or I don't even know. Maybe it'd be 2 weeks now. But it's been very dry here, and that's kind of typical for us. But
the river by my house is about 4 foot higher than its yearly average.
Wow.
So like I drive over one overpass on the way that's like one of the tributaries off of the river, and so you can see when the tide comes in because it's connected to the Chesapeake Bay. Dude, it's sitting like a foot below the bridge.
Wow. Have you seen it above before?
Not
necessarily washing it out, but you can't safely pass. Does it ever get that high?
Not since we've lived here. This is the closest I've lived to the actual river, but so where the James River is, there's another connecting river, the Appomattox. Now, the James River flooded Richmond during a hurricane about 10, 11 years ago, and it flooded it's known as our downtown area, Shockoe Bottom, man. They still have marks on all the restaurant walls where it was 13 feet into the restaurants.
Oh wow.
The Appomattox flooded historic Petersburg same time, that same storm. So we've seen it do that kind of stuff, but where I live, it hasn't done too bad.
Okay. Yeah, Marie's talking about something coming our way. I'm just looking at the forecast real quick.
Yeah, we got no rain today, which was a surprise because I think we got more coming in tomorrow.
The forecast for my area shows nothing until maybe next Saturday, and that's only a 40% chance of rain, and then pretty dry. So I don't know. It just depends on the path it takes, because being on the east side of the mountains, it really depends on what path it takes. It can miss us completely. So
Gotta list 3 of these bad boys. Or just start me in an incredible train village. There's one thrift store. So I went back today and found the creek that goes along with this from the 90s. So the creek bed, the waterfall coming off of the mill, tons of houses. I was like, somebody came and turned all their stuff in, like
yeah.
all of it.
Well, the fact that it's in boxes though too.
Everything's
All that train model stuff, is it scaled to whatever the train sizes as well?
Yep.
So it can fit under tunnels or whatever.
Yeah. So I have 2 of the tunnels. I don't have those listed yet. I just listed all houses, the pieces, the for the village. Because I have way back when I got to do that private like pick estate sale, and I've got all the flat plateaus, so you can put houses in the mountains. So like I can set this as a backdrop and then put a plateau like right here, so the house can sit on it.
Yeah.
I found half of that like back in April, May, and now all this stuff's pouring in, and I'm like, all right, am I just supposed to set up something big? Guys, announcement. That's what the shed's going to turn into. It's going to be one giant train Christmas village. No. Yeah, my wife would be so excited.
Let me answer Greg's question real quick. He was asking if it was windy today up here. Yeah, it was. We had 30+ mile per hour winds, maybe higher, but it was pretty windy. But the silver lining was any leaves that were in my yard got blown into my neighbor's yard. Because there's like this like ditch kind of thing between our houses, and everything gets trapped in there, and that ditch technically is his property. But I usually give him a hand because he has a ton of trees in his yard.
See, I'm not. I have a ton of trees in my yard, and my neighbor has like 2. So he goes out there and like gets his mower and bagger and just does a straight line to separate our yards. And then all the wind just blows it back over.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's retired, but he's a retired landscaper, so he is very particular with it.
Oh yeah.
But he's just like, y'all are a young family. He goes, I have nothing but time to work on my yard. He goes, I get it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron said, yep, they just set up their train village last night. Nice. O-size train, so it matches with their village. Yeah.
Okay.
We set up a small one. I got one from my grandmother. It was the old Norman Rockwell village. Got that one from my grandmother. It's only about 9 houses. Excuse me. So I'll set a little bit of that up, but
it looks like Ken's calling it a night. Good night, Ken.
That his Hallmark movie just ended. Let me guess. They fell in love. The Christmas miracle happened, or someone's mother came back from the dead. It seems like they all kind of run the same route for Hallmark, but they get you every time. That's what they do. It's like it could be the cheesiest thing in the world, and like it becomes a classic. I love it.
Yeah, don't flood your house, man. We don't want the end of the world. Yeah, have you seen any of her videos that she took, like taking a walk with her dog on her street and stuff? It has awesome views out into the, I don't know what we call those, pastures or just kind of the rolling hills and stuff. It's awesome.
When my mom lived in Tennessee, it was that way. I could walk. She'd have like this huge mountain terrain. She had a finished log cabin, so like a decked out log cabin.
Yeah.
I was like, this is like picturesque. So huge mountain beside her, and then she had 5 acres. I go to the edge of the 5 acres. I said, where does your land stop? And she goes, the 100-foot drop off. I said, what do you mean? And so you'll walk, and then you'll still see like a canopy, but it looks like a canopy of trees, like you're going down a hill. No. That's the drop off, and there's another new plateau of trees.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, oh yeah, you could just like don't stumble back here. You're dead. Like it's over.
That's the thing that's crazy to me. Growing up in Colorado, and I lived in Arizona for some time, but mostly Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
The actual trees are like in the mountains, like the evergreen trees and stuff like that. That's where everywhere else is it's fairly flat and dry, so there's not a ton of trees. I mean, you get some big trees that are near like water sources, but it's nowhere near like the East Coast and other places I've been. I mean, I go out there and there's just trees everywhere. Like they
Everywhere.
cut roads through like forest, it seems.
Yeah.
Out here, you don't see that. So
Yeah. That's in my yard alone, I've probably got 17 different species of trees.
mhm.
Just all flooded through here.
See here, if people have trees, it's because they were planted when the house is built.
Yeah.
Or you bought some property that had natural trees that are, been there a while.
It is weird, man. It is weird when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what some of these landscapes are selling for. I think last time I looked, they were like $30.
Greg, have you got up to the casinos at all lately? He goes to the casinos up in the mountains near where I kind of down south where I used to live.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been a while. Basically, a lot of the casinos in the mountains were old like mining towns that they had like a little old town and they get a gambling license and they start building a few casinos. They're small scale, but yeah, they're fun.
Well, it's a cool little like getaway spot.
Yep.
Small towns. Small towns were to source at too, man.
The one down south is called Cripple Creek because it was an old mining town, and like miners would take their like donkeys or whatever and to cross the little creek. At least this is the story I heard. Is like their animals would slip and break ankles, or the miners would slip on the rocks, and they called it Cripple Creek.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
That's the one, west of Colorado Springs. That night on Tommy's show, that's funny. Yeah, he didn't do so well. We haven't been. There's one west of Denver that we go to just because it's closer to where we live now. But we haven't been since probably last December. It's probably almost a year now.
All right. Okay.
Danica, did you guys go to Cripple Creek when you and your husband came up here or before? She did a vlog a while back when she did some sourcing. She came up to Colorado Springs and went to the bins and stayed in Manitou Springs, which is just west of Colorado Springs.
Yeah, we're gonna be well, we'll see what our governor continues to say. We got the mandate starting Monday.
Yeah, it's interesting. All the public schools here, a lot of them went to 100% remote learning until the end of the year at least. So,
well, thankful, for my full-time job.
yeah.
No gatherings of more than 25 inside or outside. Unless you're a church, school, or basically like a business that's already set the standards for like traffic flow.
Yeah. I saw some meme on, I don't know if it was Facebook or someplace, that talked about, Thanksgiving and gatherings. It's like, we're having a funeral for our pet turkey with 20 of our closest family members.
Right. Well, my sister's been hounding me because she's like, we try to do like a family vacation just with my sister and her kids. She's got 4 kids, her and her husband. And we've done like quick little trips. We've gone to Myrtle Beach. 5 days getting out of town. And so this year she's like, have you picked out the spot where we're going to go? And I said, we might be Zooming it like all week. It might just be like, hey, how's the food at your house? I was like, I'm not paying money to go to a town that's shut down.
Right.
I was like, I don't need it. I don't need everything to be open, but like when like I couldn't take my son to a public playground, that was a little tough. Yeah, he's saying there's no table games.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Cripple Creek doesn't have table games. The one near us, it's called Blackhawk. They have some craps tables. They have blackjack, some small poker kind of things. They actually have a poker area too where you can play Hold'em. It's just a bigger scale.
Once we found out the cottage on the creek, we were done driving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaiser
Yeah.
said he'll be up there skiing in December.
Ah, Kyder, do you know what resort you're going to go to, or what ski spots?
I forgot what town he said he goes to or what mountain.
Probably goes to Breckenridge or
He was
Arapahoe
talking with
Basin.
Jimmy about it.
Probably like A Basin, Arapahoe, Keystone. I mean, there's so many up here. Just obviously check and make sure that they're running it, because some of them are like, some of the lifts may not be open or limited slopes are closed and stuff. Just, obviously you're going to check into it.
I think we're going to go to West Virginia. They were the last ones to even report a case, so they're probably the last ones to make any type of changes. So.
Oh, he's going to Loveland. Nice. It's funny because there's Loveland, the ski resort, which is up in the mountains, and then there's Loveland, the actual town or city, which is like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from me, but it's not a ski resort.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. So they didn't have any table games during the pandemic. Is what Greg's saying.
Yeah, we're I think I saw, was it Marie just said it? Yeah. So we're gonna go out of town potentially. We're going out of town we're gonna drive Thanksgiving night after, if we do food with family and stuff. We might just eat dinner with our neighbors. But we're driving out that night. We're gonna head down to Myrtle Beach for 4 days.
How far is all these places you were going to?
Myrtle Beach is 5-hour drive. So right there in South Carolina. That one's not bad. If I head over to, like, let's say Wheeling, West Virginia, probably looking at about a 4-hour drive. So it's not bad. And typically
Yeah.
it's safer to go west or south right now from Virginia.
Right. See, Colorado's so big so I live closer to the north edge of the border, so I can get to like Wyoming, which nobody would ever want to really go to.
Oh man.
Within like probably I don't know, an hour drive or something. But then like south or any other way, minimum 6 to 8 hour drive to get to the outside of the state. And even then, you're getting to like the edges of a state where there's really not a lot.
Right.
So
And
Utah on the west, New Mexico on the south, Kansas on the east. I'm not really excited about going to those places. You'd have to drive to get like to Salt Lake City or some other place or something. So
I mean, you're very right, man. You look on a map and those states just expand.
yeah, the states and then the cities that are close enough that you want to go to see or do something. You're traveling some distance. I mean, you might as well fly.
Right.
That's why everybody comes to Colorado, because you can go to the mountains and everything else, but not unless you're skiing, snowboarding. You're not coming here in the winter usually.
That's the only thing that it's one of the perks of being here. I'd probably say, if not, North Carolina would be a great state to live in, but even South Carolina, cost of living is so great down there, and now they're starting to get some predominant cities, but because Charlotte's so close to the northern part of South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, a long trip, Gatlinburg, Tennessee is about 8 hours. Orlando, Florida is 10 hours driving. New York's probably about 8, but I can
Yeah.
get anywhere in a day drive, East Coast, because you can and so you can go 2 states away in 5.5 hours.
See, like for me, the closest major city is probably like driving to Phoenix or something, and that's like a 16, 17-hour drive.
Mm,
Down to Texas is 20 plus hours or whatever. So
right.
it's just so spread out here.
Yeah. Yeah, we can get to Charlotte in about 4.5, which is pretty good. I can get to Atlanta in 7.5. You go to DC when you're feeling brave. or you have to wait till like it's 2 years past any election season.
Yeah.
Then it's fun. Yeah, man. It's like, so we do like being here because we can kind of get around everywhere we need to.
Hmm.
Yeah, Marie, I think you'll be fine. So far, nobody's gone as I think North Dakota did an announcement, which was weird. I was like, who's traveling in North Dakota?
Well, I think North Dakota did, or because they had like a lot of biker events and related stuff
That's
like that,
right.
so they had a big outbreak.
That's right.
So they're
Because
clearing out. Yeah,
well, sadly, they wanted the revenue.
yeah, but
They kind of said it. They were like, I forgot how many hundreds of thousands of people they had coming.
yep, yep. I mean, and you have a big touristy type town like that where the annual thing is dominates your
It
revenue
drives
and so forth.
the revenue.
It's hard to turn that away, but at the same time, you got to be smart.
But I know this time they haven't put as much on the travel restrictions. It's more so like go and travel, but guess what? You're only going to go do stuff at a limited capacity wherever you go.
Yeah.
Because like Disney World's open for us, we have Busch Gardens. They're open. Um, Harry Tornado, he's actually down at I think Disney and Universal. He's at Universal Studios. He's like, I've seen one other married couple in the entire park because it's actually great. We could do whatever we want. You know, it's
Hmm.
just every place is being precautious. So if you can get in and have a good time, if you're going somewhere just to hang out in the mountains in a cabin, no problem. Go chill. You know, that's just that's my natural personality flaw. See, these times they kill me, Dan. I'm like, I can't sit in a house more than 10 hours.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think if we didn't put our pool in this last summer, we would have probably gone crazy
Yeah.
because that gave us a lot of outdoor fun time. So
Yeah, I know. I know you were. And, nobody knows what normal will look like, but at the same time, everything that's gone on, I'm not thankful for what's happened, but I'm thankful for it pushed me out of my box. I started reselling before all this, but I jumped on YouTube. I met you. I met so many great people. I met this community, and it's been a good support system for people. I've really noticed that. It's been a cool outlet for people. It's been nobody's got to sit alone at home. And there's so many people going through depression and
yeah,
fear and anxiety. And I'm like, man, if we got 18 people hanging out in the chat, joking, laughing, having a good time, you know?
yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of people who don't like change, and
Oh, yeah,
change is hard. So you know what I mean. So they're used to their ways and so forth.
I
So
get it.
yeah,
But I'm just like, man, I think I'm personally thankful for, I think being able to adapt or just pushing myself. It was
yeah.
definitely a season of like, all right, well, get up and do something.
Well, and it's funny because Marie and Justin are talking about the place they're going to. Nice ocean view, and just chill and relax and do a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes those vacations where you don't have any plans and you can just do whatever.
Yep.
Those get relaxing. So, yep.
Very true.
That's when I like to go to a beach. Warmer climate, go in the ocean, go snorkeling. Get in the water.
Oh, that's the main reason we're going to Myrtle Beach. We're like, hey, we probably won't get in the water, but you can walk up and down the beach, you can hang out.
Hmm.
There's still restaurants, they're following protocol, but man, I just want to play putt putt. Like, I just my son's getting into it,
Nice.
but like for us, it's a chance to like just unplug. I'll definitely hit up some sourcing material down there.
Oh, looks like Nana's going to bed. Good night, Nana. If you're still here.
Yes, Nana. Thank you so much. And if you can, hit me up on Instagram. Let me know your address. I want to send you that the Tinkerbell. I think she's got it linked on her videos too. I know her email's on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Thanksgiving's just local folks.
Well, typically, well, it depends. We usually don't travel down because my family lives in Colorado Springs. So it's
Hmm.
like an hour, almost an hour and a half south of where we live.
Right,
My wife's family, and her immediate family, she has one brother, one sister, then her mom, my in-laws. There's always we try to get together and do certain things different for different, holidays or whatever. This Thanksgiving, we're thinking about going to my sister-in-law's, but her daughter, they have two kids. Her daughter, one of the kids in their class tested positive. So now, you know, my niece is on 14-day quarantine, so it's going to be like right at the edge. So we'll see how things are going with their family and so forth. So those plans might be off. So we'll see. But,
right.
we don't mind staying home and just, hanging out. There's two of us, cook something good for dinner or whatever. But so kind of just playing it by ear right now.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, she lives in the same neighborhood. So with so Brittany's grandmother watches Cohen, so we just try to stay precautious with him.
Mm-hmm.
But she even said, so Brittany's uncle, he had cystic fibrosis, so he had a double lung transplant.
Oh,
He's not getting out at all.
yeah.
So she's said, "Hey, I'm not doing anything," and she said it's probably just better, for the family if everybody stays, because then we have a family on the other side that are 100% opposite spectrum.
I have some family
They're
members like that just,
on the approach. So we were just like, "Hey, let's save the turmoil," let
mm-hmm.
everybody go do their own family stuff. And so we were just going to do that, but we kind of collaborated with our neighbors because all of her family's in New Jersey and they're not traveling up. So
Yeah.
we'll just probably all do dinner together.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a small group of people, that they don't do much, they don't contact a lot of people, and you don't either, then it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I was
Everyone's
like,
fine
we
about it.
work in the same office. So
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, it's like we're gonna do that, and then yay, got to watch her on that snow globe. That was fast. But yeah, and that same thing with Myrtle Beach. I'm gonna go meet up with one other YouTuber just because it was kind of random. Julian, he was on Tuesday night, and we were talking, and I was like, "Well, that's funny, dude." I was like, "I forgot he was right there in Myrtle Beach," and I said, "Well, we might just come down for a couple days." So
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna kind of show me around a little bit, and then other than that, get a little condo and sit on the beach and drink coffee.
Nice.
The sunrise come up, and I'm taking an extra day off, so I'll get back Sunday night. But I took Monday off just to have a.
Is it just like a long weekend kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we either said we might visit some other friends uh, Thursday night and just stay somewhere like
Mm-hmm.
Raleigh or something. Stay in North Carolina, have breakfast with some friends, and then I think we check in at our condo at like 3 on Friday. So just hang out Friday, all day Saturday, pretty much all day Sunday, and drive back Sunday night.
You said it's like a 5-hour drive?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Mm-mm. Yeah, if I can keep it under 6, I'm good.
Yeah.
When we went out to Tennessee, I I said, "How long's the drive?" 8 hours. I was like, "Sweet. What town do you want to stay in
Yeah,
North
that's an
Carolina?"
overnighter.
Driving 4 hours
Break
and
it up a little bit.
night.
Yeah, to me, I think like around 3 to 4 hours is when you start getting fidgety from being in the car. You want to get out, take a little break, stretch your legs or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, Dan, I was on Luis's live, so you didn't get to see this.
Oh, Luis had started the live right when I was about ready to call it a night. So I was kind of lurking just at the beginning, but I saw that in the background of your show just now.
Yeah.
That's, now, what size? It's not the old school ring, right? It's for the new.
Yeah,
The
it's the new. It was the 2010 Hall of Fame.
okay.
But she clipped this little 1985
Oh, that's cool.
Hulk Hogan. I don't know if it's like a chip clip, but
It almost looks like. Well, I don't know. You could use it for various reasons, but yeah, I remember. I don't remember what year it was, but they had the little wrestlers back then, and it must have been late '80s, where you could they were like thumb wrestlers,
yeah,
and there's a big hole in the back of them, and you can
yep,
have them wrestle.
yep. I remember.
Yeah, that when you first brought it out, that's what I thought it was at first from a distance.
No, she threw that in there, and then she threw this in there, The Rock and Undertaker, and then two of the giant like fighter wrestlers. She threw all this stuff in a box, and I listed this one last night, and he sold instantly, $20.
Nice.
So to a local guy. So I'll meet him tomorrow to drop it off.
Right.
But yeah, I was really just going after the ring. What businesses that are still there welcome customers through? Here in Virginia, it's all your basic businesses. They're just mandating spacing and masks and protecting and protocols. But what they've tried to cut down is, I tried to apply it, and I was like, maybe weddings, probably family reunions, park gatherings, which a lot of people are trying to do outdoors rather
Yeah,
than
that's what I've
indoors.
seen. People, I know a few people that had to postpone their weddings
Mm-hmm,
because they were indoor venues, and they had to find a spot that would host it outdoor. And
mm-hmm.
all the ones I've heard that happen were now postponed to be outdoor weddings.
Yeah. So I think, and then besides the businesses that didn't reopen, I mean, I know we've seen a fair share, especially restaurants that have totally gone under.
Yeah, if they were dine-in only, then they can't sustain. You know,
Well, it hasn't just been that; it's been employees too.
sure.
Everybody's, well, not everybody, but a lot of people have ridden unemployment, and they still haven't had to pay their rent yet. So, and I was like, well, it will catch up to you. It's there to help. It's there to be a resource, not as a supplement.
Yeah, there's a family-owned grill that's not too far from us that we like going to, and they purposely, once everything was at its peak here,
Yeah.
they shut down for like 3 to 4 weeks, and they basically took the time to thoroughly clean everything, assess their business plan, coming up. Then they opened up for strictly curbside because they were doing curbside for a while. Then they decided to, take the opportunity to just focus on cleaning everything up. And then they reopened, which was good because I was afraid they might consider, just closing, but
Yeah.
they stuck it out. So it was good.
I mean, and that's what I said. I was like, for me, I try to focus on the positive and what people are doing and the innovation. And same thing, my buddy
Yeah.
runs his own restaurants, privately owned, and he said those are his two biggest things. He goes, we didn't have a totally great, we had to go, but no like food delivery service. He goes, and then my employees,
Yeah.
I can't expect them to come in to get half the amount of tables, half the amount of clientele, and still make money. So either I can't give them hours, or they're just like, forget it, just not going to work right now.
Right.
What he did, super innovative. It's not going to work everywhere, but of course, his restaurant partnered with Grubhub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of his partnering with Grubhub is he got all of his wanting to work employees that had good driving records and everything. He actually got them to apply through Grubhub. Because he was like, I can't afford to even pay you to be a delivery system, but you know who can? Grubhub.
Yeah.
You can still deliver for this restaurant. You know the systems, you know the ins and outs, you know the area. how about you be the Grubhub representatives and employees and still come deliver food for here and any other job you want to take?
Yeah. Yeah. See, the area where I live, it's kind of remote, so there's not even any
Right.
of the delivery services
Same,
that
well,
you
same for where I am. I still
Yeah.
have to go drive and pick mine up.
Yeah. So there's only a couple places that started delivering pizza to us. Even at the new house, we gained like one more. We went from one company to now two, I think, in the new
Really?
house. But so I went out and bought one of those pizza insulated carrying bags.
Yeah,
I'll go
nice.
pick up my own. And I use it for other stuff too, because they're big and bulky that you can throw some takeout in there and keep stuff really, warm for the 15, 20-minute drive or whatever it is.
Oh, you know what I bought? I bought the little plug-in. It's a cooler and a heater.
Oh
It
yeah.
like takes your center console.
Yeah.
It plugs into the cigarette lighter, and I'm like, even if I'm getting like fast food or something, and if I got to drive home, I just keeps it warm enough to get home, man.
Yeah. What I've done too is I'll just throw on the seat heaters and
Yeah,
then put a thick blanket and put it on top of everything and just kind of insulate it in there. Do what
that
you
or
gotta do.
I've definitely done the floorboard heat. So
Yeah.
drop it in the very bottom, and just let
Yeah.
it blow on there, and just roll my windows down.
It's like a heating lamp.
Yeah, it's like that's what I said though. I appreciate the innovation, man. It's like the
Mhm.
stories of like you saw a problem. Yes, there's a bigger problem, but the problem is like, okay, I'm not gonna get the food I want here. How do I do this? I can go buy one product that can make it 10% better,
Yeah.
15% better.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
Yeah. And so many people are doing like parking lot dates, parking lot takeout where they eat the food in the parking lot. I'm surprised people haven't tried to capitalize. Maybe they have in like some car, like TV trays almost, you know what I mean? Where you can have
Mhm.
a little spot to eat your food because who wants to go order something you got to use a fork and knife for in a vehicle? It's not as easy.
No,
So,
my, I mean, I'll expose this for everybody because these random lives, guys, I don't leave them up for rewatch a whole lot because they're pretty. A, they're random, and B, when they go on this long, most people don't rewatch them. But
yeah, yeah.
no, my buddy, pretty large YouTube channel, and he told me his idea, and I said, dude, go for it. He said, you know, movie companies, they're kind of going under. They're giant space auditoriums for people to watch movies. It's a tough sell, and he said it's probably even going to be a long-term tough sell. Even when everything clears up, it's just they're not going to see the same numbers they used to. He said in those buildings in that space, so you take a 16 cinemaplex or something of that size. He goes, how many rooms that you could hold 2 to 8 people with their own 95-inch that has a streaming selection
Yeah.
with your own attentive server that just waits on you. So you to go in, get out of your house, pick what you want to watch, and you're basically paying for the food and the time you're in there.
Yeah.
He goes, and then guess what? You do 15-minute installments because now you get a personal person that cleans everything. It's just you and your family, you and your date, whoever, and they're just there by the door as a personal assistant.
Yep. It's
And he
just a
goes,
private theater, private viewing room with a
with
service
and
attendant.
with streaming capability, you don't have to sell showtimes. You sell
Yeah.
the time slot that you want to rent it out, and you just go through and go, let's watch this tonight, and we're gonna have burgers.
I know some of the theaters are already doing that where you can rent the whole theater with a minimum number because they
Yeah,
want to make something as opposed to just an empty room sitting there and they're still paying rent and they're paying whatever else, right? So
right. Well, that's why he was like, you could turn one cinema into at least, let's say, 6 rooms.
yeah, because I know before like some of the theaters would like the smaller theaters they would actually rent them out like for 2-hour blocks or whatever it was,
Mhm.
and some of them have capabilities to put audio video input so you could bring a gaming console or something if you wanted to play,
Yeah,
PlayStation on there or something,
our our church, we run our own movie theater because
Yeah.
that's what we started in. So we bought an old abandoned theater. It's a 2 cinema like
Hmm.
theater. We do that all the time, man. We for like the staff kids, pre-COVID, dude, we set up the whole concession stands, nothing but like build their own Sunday,
Yeah.
and then let them play Xbox in there. We let them,
Right.
it's there's advantages that people can do, but even for us, we can't open it and operate it right now. Well, I mean, we can own it. We can't operate it.
Right.
So yeah, 'tis fun. Let's see here.
Yep.
Got to watch her on the nutcrackers too.
Nice. Now they're not the ones you bought that your wife was interested in, the snowman or the other one, right?
She didn't want them.
Oh, so you listed them?
125.
Oh, those are different than the ones you showed in your last video or 2 videos ago.
Oh no! She kept those. Yeah, these
Okay,
are
that's what I was thinking of.
these are retail arbitrage. Like
Okay.
I saw them on a shelf and I was like, I looked at them because I just bought her those other nutcrackers and I was like, well, these are cool, you know. And I looked them up and I was like, people are selling these individually on eBay for like 35, $40.
Yep.
I was like, I can get them for 15. It's like quick flip, seasonal. And then I looked them up and they're exclusively through Walgreens.
Speaking of stuff people give you, thanks again for the big Squishmallow. I have since added some more.
Oh, I know. It looks good, man. I saw the R2D2 one.
Oh yeah, I've seen the Chewbacca. I've seen all 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nikki T, I'd say, what are you doing up? But I'm up too, so.
It's a late night. That's good.
But yeah. No, man. And you can sell that right now and rake in big, man.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's on the hunt for them, and you can't. They've taken those off the shelf. The only ones I've seen still laying around are the R2D2 right now.
Yep.
Because I gave one to my wife. I sent you one, and I sold 3 of them, I think, and I still did great on them. But that exclusive stuff, like, they could re-release it, but typically, like, Funko's kind of ruined it for exclusivity because they'll just re-release stuff the next year.
Yeah.
But I'm like, holiday edition, exclusive stuff. When it's gone, man. I'm trying to buy the Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie Boogie snow globe. Oh no, Nutcracker. He was last year's model. Yeah, you can't find one under $100 right now. Like, and I remember seeing it, and I was like, I just didn't pick it up.
Yeah, everyone's killing it with the Yodas.
Oh yeah.
Pile.
I still go walk by the shelf just to see if there's any laying around like stuffed in the back.
Right. I mean, Disney just keeps releasing stuff like crazy, though. I think Disney stuff is, I don't know, they might saturate their own market, but I mean, it's high demand, so they're relying on retail. So I don't blame them.
They do, but what I like is when because I've seen the different exclusive labeling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what's really helped is because I'll forget and I'll talk to people. So like, I'm sure you have a Walgreens, but I talk to somebody else and they go, "What's a Walgreens?" And I go, "What?"
Yeah.
They go, "Yeah, we don't. I've never seen one of those."
Right.
And you start going and you're like, okay, out of however many people are logged into eBay, they see something and they never get an opportunity besides online.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it helps. But yeah, if they had sold those and they were at every Marshall's, every Target, also every Walmart, that's where Disney kills themselves because the Christmas edition Mickey that's in 15 different retail stores,
Right.
But I have seen, because there's even smaller branches of stores where I try to go get exclusive stuff, but of course, in the season that we're in right now, it's been online only, and that stuff sells out in the first 2 minutes.
Right.
So I don't stick with it. Yeah. Yeah, and Jimmy was mad at me, so I'm going to try to find him one. Don't tell him, because he's not joined in this live.
Hold on, make sure he's not here.
I don't think he is.
No.
Because I bought this for my office, but I'm going to go run and get him one. He was like, "Oh, so that's my favorite Pokemon, right?" And I was like, "No." I had no idea.
Huge.
Huh?
That's huge.
Yeah. I found a couple I'm going to see if Target still has them. I have a gold Spider-Man Funko. It's worth millions, right? You know it. Oh, Nikki said she's got all the child Funkos.
Oh yeah. Nikki and I have a thing. Anytime we buy anything, the child, we send each other a little picture and hey, check out what I got. Check out what I got. Or if you hear something new that's being released, hey,
You're the
what's
first to share it,
coming?
right?
Yep. We keep each other in the know.
See what else is. And this thing I haven't beat yet, so I haven't listed it. I've gotten close. I got 75% through. I get stuck on this little, you can't really see it, but it's a little bridge that you have to like flip it upside down and keep it going. I've been close.
The Tristan Guma, that's Michael, right?
I think so. The Chia Pet of the child, yes. Yep. Chia.
I don't know if that's focusing.
It is. Here, I'll put you up on the big screen. You can show them the shelf.
The shelf of fun.
Yeah, you got Tiger.
Got a few little fun things.
Uh-huh. Nice, man.
And then a few little top shelf. Well, not literally top shelf, but or literally not figuratively. Just a few little things, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife got me this. The child little something. Activity pad with 27 stickers. Hey, there you go.
Because you never know.
You never know. I'm trying to think. I think I got that Chia Pet in Walgreens, if I remember correctly.
Walgreens.
Either Walgreens or Walmart.
I know I saw them at a CVS or a Rite Aid or something.
Yeah, so it was probably Walgreens then.
Let's see here. Do I have one other thing I can list?
Good night, Danica. She's taking off.
Good night. Thanks for hanging out.
I do not have the Bluetooth speaker.
Ooh. He said challenge accepted. I know I have something random in here I can list. Tons of stuff. But I've been clearing out a lot of inventory.
That's good.
It's been real good. Oh yeah, there they are. I didn't even put them with them.
I've seen those speakers at Walmart. I'm like, I think they were like $20-$30 if I remember correctly. They weren't too bad.
Uh-huh.
The Rock and Undertaker?
Yeah.
Is that a part of that haul you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sent those two in with that ring.
I've been watching random YouTube old wrestling videos from back in the day.
Well, I'm excited. My wife's not, okay? So the two giant figures are the John Cena and the Roman Reigns. And they're like they're the pin figure, so when you lay one on top, it actually pins it, it counts, it does all the sound effects and the fighting effects. He was just like, he didn't care about anything else. He didn't care about the ring. He wanted those. So I go on YouTube and I find their actual match. And that boy was just glued to it for 17 minutes. He's just like, it was the most amazing thing he'd ever seen. And my wife's like, what are you doing? It's like, what? He's getting he doesn't know it yet, but he's getting a trampoline for Christmas. So I said, oh, he'll be ready.
Krillin's asking a question. Hannibal TV. That sounds familiar. It's not something I'm
Hannibal TV. What's up, Krillin, like a villain?
This is old school, like old WCW kind of stuff.
Boomer Bluetooth speakers.
I know Krillin is a wrestling fan or was a wrestling fan. How you feeling, Krillin, by the way? Krillin had some dental work done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had my wisdom teeth taken out, I don't know, back in like 2011 or 2012. All four of them, top and the top two and back, the bottom two, and the bottom two were impacted. So it took a little bit longer to heal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I wasn't in pain at the time. It was more. It had been some time to take them out.
I keep forgetting that I have some weights out in the car.
Okay. Yeah, I like to hear, wrestlers talk about, what really happened, storylines, behind the scenes stuff, all the business implications of why somebody had to make a decision. I was watching a video today about like masked wrestlers that had to unmask because of, whatever. And they were talking about like, what are they, the luchadors, and how wearing a mask is kind of like a Mandalorian. You don't take your mask off. And if you do, you're not supposed to put it back on. And how some of them were given ultimatums like, you do this or else you don't have a job,
Yep.
So
I'm trying let me find there's one channel that he's pretty good at that info.
And I don't really watch a lot of modern stuff. Like if it's newer than like probably the 90s, I don't really follow the storylines or know the different, acts and stuff. I'm pretty old school when it comes to the other stuff, to wrestling in general.
Well, this guy covers everything, so you'll like a lot of his info. It's called WrestleLamia.
Okay.
So, like 2 weeks ago, 10 biggest lies WWE has told.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the channel names, but I've seen a bunch of different channels that talk about stuff. The top 10, biggest injuries in wrestling, or the top 10 worst attempted characters that never made it.
Yeah, like they've done 7 characters you didn't know played 3 roles,
Right.
for however many years. I like those. I've been. It's why I still put number one, like Undertaker number 1, because like hearing more and more of the behind the story on everything that he went through.
Right. Oh, Nikki's talking about her wisdom teeth. Yeah, it's definitely harder. Obviously, the older you are, the more time it takes to heal. That's why, if you can, get your kids' wisdom teeth out when they're young, if you can, 18, 19, 20, whatever. Yeah, my top 2 popped out easily. The bottom 2, they had to actually, drill and crack to get them out. Okay. So yeah, I'll check out the Hannibal TV, the DDP next week. That's cool.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get your wisdom teeth out, you get some serious swelling. For me, I know I had they gave me both, I think they gave me Percocet and something else for the pain.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took the Percocet for the first day and I didn't really like it. I felt like my breathing was really shallow and I didn't like the feeling. So after the day, I just went to like ibuprofen, Tylenol, just some easy stuff because I wasn't in a ton of pain. But I alternated with heating pads and ice on my jaw to help, and it really soothed the, any of the pain and discomfort. And obviously, soft foods and stuff. I did like protein shakes and things you don't have to chew, obviously.
Yeah, I haven't had it done yet. My wife has, but she got hers out when we were dating.
Yeah, I went to a new dentist and he was like, "Oh, you still have your wisdom teeth. I suggest having them taken out." And his story was because if you're in Hawaii and you have an abscess and you have to have emergency surgery, it's not going to be fun, you know. So then we set it up and just did it proactively. Probably a lot like what Krillin's having to go through now
Mm,
and his tooth. But the mouth heals very fast, you know, so that's a good thing.
that's very true.
I ate a lot of. I think ate like refried beans from Taco Bell and Wendy's, Frosties. I was living on those things. I think, and like I don't know those and protein shakes. But it didn't take long. I was like, I want to bite into something that had some texture. Can only handle so many soft foods.
That's true, man. Why are some of these people not selling this? Okay.
Which one?
This is the Marie Osmond Body Gym Core System Chair Workout on the go. It's my
Nice.
commercial promo. Um, I've got two of them I picked up. A lady that bought them off of Amazon and never used them.
You're like, act now, and you can get one for yourself and one for your friend.
Yep. We're doing a special deal. Buy one, get one, 2% off. No, but like there's a bunch that were like listed for like $19 plus shipping. And I was like, oh, are they not selling? You switch a couple words around, you look up solds, and like, no, they're selling for $30 plus shipping every day. I think these people just have a really bad listing.
Mashed potatoes.
Or you could do fried green tomatoes.
I've never had fried green tomatoes.
Me either. There was nothing appetizing about it, and everybody's like, "No, you really got to try it." And I was like, "No, I'll save it for you."
I like my tomatoes. I don't know. Are green tomatoes an actual thing, or is it just a tomato that's not ripe yet?
Great question, chat. I have no
I mean,
idea.
I would Google it, but
I have no idea. I know it's you salt them really nice like you would do a regular tomato, but I
yeah,
don't.
I like raw tomatoes on things, like or in a salad or something.
Because it never worked for her.
I don't like cooked tomatoes unless it's in a sauce. You know what I mean?
I
I
feel
don't
you. I'm right there with you, man.
yeah. And I'm the same way with carrots. I don't like cooked carrots that much. I mean, I'll eat them if they're in something, but I won't like get a side of carrots as a, just like cooked carrots. I'd rather eat raw carrots.
See, I'm the opposite on carrots. That's a weird thing for me because a lot of stuff, it's like the way it looks in the texture.
hmm
So like um, cucumbers, love them all day long.
Yeah.
Cold raw carrots, not at all. Carrots, I'm the opposite. I want them soft. I want them cut however I can.
It's funny because to me, like a raw carrot, as long as it's like, peeled, not gross, like just I'll eat it because it has some bite to it and snap to it. But
Yeah.
then once you like boil or cook a carrot, it gets mushy and I think the flavor changes. And I don't like the flavor as much. Yeah,
Always a weird system.
there you go. A green tomato is just a not fully ripened tomato. You heard it
I
here.
guess, and I guess that changes the flavor.
hmm
Hmm.
It's funny how some things you only will eat when it's ripe and some things you don't. If it's too ripe, it's gross. But it has to be just right, like a banana, right? You can't eat a
Oh,
green banana, but you don't want a mushy, gross one.
oh no, no, yeah. My wife gets so mad at me.
Because then that's when you turn it into banana bread.
Yeah, but guess what? So my favorite guys, don't hate me, okay? Just being weird, okay? This is
Here we
what
go.
banana pudding with
Yeah.
vanilla wafers in it. My
Oh,
good.
yeah.
You know what it can't have in it though? Can't have the bananas in it.
What do you get? Like banana pudding, imitation banana or whatever?
Or you mash it up so good. I don't like the
Oh, you don't want the
lumpy,
actual banana chunks on there.
mashy banana in there. It grosses me out.
But do you eat bananas though?
Yeah, love
Okay.
bananas. Love them.
It's not in a banana pudding.
They're too mushy in that, and that I like the pudding's supposed to be mushy. It's like I'm eating a lump in the middle of my pudding.
I know, I hear you. Like, you know, when some people make a banana cream pie or banana pie of some sort,
Mhm.
and they put the raw slices on top,
Ugh.
and like if you don't eat them immediately, they get gross. You know?
Yeah. Now, if you make it in banana bread,
No, yeah.
or fine.
If you make it in something and then you bake it, yeah.
I love it. Love banana bread. But please, so all the time, I'll go get banana pudding, and she's like, "You always make that face," and I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "As soon as your fork hits a banana or your spoon hits a banana, you make that face."
You hit a
So upset.
chunk.
I'm like, "I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm weird." 17, 11, 17, 11, 3.
All right, Nikki T, get some sleep.
I feel you, Nikki. I'm gonna listen to the last thing, and
Yeah.
um, 'cause I got church in the a.m. I gotta be there at 7.
My wife's funny. I was like, I'm gonna go jump on and say hi to Josh. She's like, oh, does that mean you're going to go to bed at 1? I was like, no, we'll keep it.
Not tonight. Like I don't have a ton to do tomorrow. Just kind of relieving.
Nice.
Typically, I gotta run around and do quite a bit, but my team's been rocking and rolling, so
That's good.
that's why you build a team, people. I'm telling you, build a team.
Yep. Save the banana chunks.
Save the banana chunks. Because I know what people are doing. They don't feel like making banana bread. They're like, oh, this banana's kind of ripened up. Let's just make some banana pudding. No, stop. You didn't think it was good enough to serve as a normal banana. Don't throw it in my pudding.
Yeah, if there's any color in it that's not just like, your typical banana color,
Yeah.
that's it. Throw it away or bake it.
Like, move on, people.
It's 10:52 here, Marie. So almost 11. Yep.
Yeah,
And
it is 1 a.m.
so it's already Sunday there.
It is technically Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
Hmm. Material. That's a lot of material. Muscle group. Full body. Red, black. We'll say both. You can put a chair outside and work out, right?
Sure.
I've seen Stranger Things in 2020.
Oh yeah. So Greg, have you always been from Colorado? Or did you move here? I'm always curious about local Colorado people, especially Colorado people from the South where I grew up.
I talked to a lot of, well, not a lot, probably 5 or 6 military groups, families that were heading out, but none going to Colorado Springs.
And that's crazy because there's Army and Air Force, a lot of
A
bases.
lot of Fort Hood. Got one other family going to Germany. They're going
Okay.
to Stuttgart. But typically, I'll find one or two heading that way. But
Yeah. All right. So Greg said he was born in Estes Park and then grew up in Pueblo. So Estes Park is like just directly west of me, a little bit northwest. That's like serious tourist town. That's where the Stanley Hotel is, which was the inspiration for The Shining.
Mm.
Stephen King. That's Estes Park, and they had a fire that was near that area. Like I don't know, 3 weeks ago or whatever. And one of my coworkers lives in Estes Park, and he had to evacuate.
Oh, really?
And sadly, like maybe a month before, whenever he has a cabin up in the national park, and it is pretty remote. Like they got to take like ATVs to access it because there's no actual roads to get to that cabin. And he thinks he lost his cabin in that other fire. Then he was at risk of losing his house of the newer one.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, but like where Greg lives now, that's only like 30 minutes from where I grew up.
So, well, does stuff like that, like, I've gotten into so much history. I don't know why. Hated it in school. Couldn't stand it. But do you feel like that still brings in some of the tourism? Do they build off of, events like that? Or because you're saying you like it's kind of a tourist hub. What's its other
Um,
like lure?
no, no, no. I mean, Estes Park, it's a small town.
Okay.
So, but it's kind of like you drop into this little valley, and there's a little golf course in the middle, and then it's like one strip of like kind of your typical tourist knickknack, saltwater taffy, ice cream
Gotcha.
shops. But it's a really small town. But
Gotcha.
they have the Stanley Hotel that sits there, and people go to see it because they want to do tours of it. But you can actually stay there.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, it's just an old school hotel, but it's a nice little town.
No, man. Our nice little town next to us is where Edgar Allan Poe's honeymoon with his cousin was. So it's got some great history.
There you go.
And then there's the Century Hill mansion where Lincoln stayed a couple times. Longest stay was 2 weeks. But no, we have a lot of military history here. So I take it for granted. I can like once again. I mean, I can still do it now because I used to eat outside my car, but it's like I'll
Yeah.
go to Wawa, get a little sub sandwich, and I can drive 10 minutes down and literally just eat a sandwich where Ulysses S. Grant's base was on the James River.
Yeah, there's so much history over there.
It's like
Yeah,
you'll take it for granted. It's like yeah, I'll just sit over here. So a lot of military history.
yeah,
So it's good. I've enjoyed learning a lot of it. It's just I want to learn more because you think of especially the history, early civilization that hits so much of like Maine down to even
yeah.
Virginia, South Carolina.
The 13 original colonies, if you will,
Mhm.
right? All those East Coast states.
But then it's like I want to learn. I've learned so much with product information, like how it adapted over to the West Coast, and then how the West Coast
Mhm.
got a style and a figure of history is not as old, but look at what has been considered as historical.
Right.
You've been selling a lot of Christmas ornaments when you have an ornament hook in your sock.
It is not Christmas yet.
Uh, I listed a bunch of Christmas 2 nights ago.
Yeah, Greg's totally right. I'm describing Estes Park.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, anything up in the mountains is going to be pricey because people want to live up there. So you can almost set your price for
True.
small little houses because you're not really paying for the house. You're paying for location, the view, everything else. How close it is to things you want to go to, etc.
Ooh, we're naming out what was filmed in our town. Fine, guys. The movie Lincoln. I got to watch Daniel Day-Lewis give that performance. And what's his name? What's his name? What's his name?
Oh yeah, Marie's talking about Oregon.
Yeah, when I knew she was like, yeah, part of the Twilight film. I was like, yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our
What is
couple
that?
smaller films. We've had Tom Hanks here. We've had Meg Ryan. I talked with Meg Ryan quite a bit.
What was the Goonies was filmed in Astoria, Oregon, right?
Hmm. I think so.
And then there you go.
Yeah, an hour from them.
I told you guys I watched National Lampoon Vacation today. Christmas Vacation, that is.
It's the good one. It's one of the classics.
And there's a YouTube channel. I don't remember the name, but it's a guy that he goes to every, like, for a given movie, he goes to the spot where things were filmed. So it could be a movie from the 80s, and he's like, "This is where they walked out of this place. You could tell the original building is still here. They used
Hmm.
to have a gas station there. It's no longer there." You know what I mean? He just shows all the sites for a given movie.
Groundhog Day filmed in Woodstock, Illinois.
Hmm.
Yeah, ours was so they took over. Oh, and there was a show on what was it, A&E? Turn. It was like a undercover spy working for the Brits and stuff.
Okay.
It had a couple seasons, but they took over all of our old town around us. They stayed all summer
Nice.
and filmed, and they just filmed a new spinoff of The Walking Dead 10 minutes from my house too. That was the coolest scenes.
Which one is
Like
it? Fear the Walking Dead or one of the other ones?
it's one of the newer ones because
My
it
wife
got
watches
delayed.
it. Yeah.
So there's a new one that's like all the kids, like 10 years after.
Oh yeah. That one just started, I think.
Yeah. So all of that where the plane crash and all is, if you
Mhm.
see it, that's where I go get lunch. 10 minutes from my house.
Nice. One
So
cool last September, was our 10-year anniversary. We went to Kauai, and
hmm
they filmed a lot of movies on that island, like some parts of Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, and a bunch of other ones, which was cool. I mean, it's so picturesque. That was
Kindergarten Cop was in Astoria.
yep.
Yeah,
And the
that's
Garden
fun.
Cop.
It's like I think that was more of his niche than action films. When Arnold started doing family comedies, oh, they were so good.
So obviously everybody likes the Terminator movies or whatever, right? But
Yeah,
my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is Twins with Danny
Danny
DeVito.
DeVito. Yes.
And you know why? Because I can remember I was probably in 7th, 8th grade, and we had it on VHS, and I watched it like every other day or something during the summer. So,
Mhm.
when you watch something a ton, it just sticks with you.
But I was like, Kindergarten Cop, such a good one. Um, I gotta look up the other one because we were making our list. It's rated so bad.
He did didn't he do a Christmas one where he's trying to get that toy?
Jingle All the Way,
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Or what about the one where he's pregnant?
Yeah, he's like the surrogate. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a surrogate. That's right.
that's what I said. He did such a good run of family. Even like True Lies was very family oriented.
Yeah, True Lies was a kind of a mixture, right? It had the action
It was
aspect, but then it had a lot of comedy.
it was action, 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 but showing a action CIA operative hiding being a plain Jane dad, and his family thinks he's boring, and
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like he did such a good job with those. 40 photograph, 10 to go before I start listing this week. There we go. He hasn't even been in the chat, guys, because he's been working
He might
hard.
have been looking, but he's been working. That's
My
right.
man Jake putting in hours for the business, not in the YouTube chat. Well, I got another 8 done, so that's not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah, I got another 8 done. Put myself back above where my sales were today. So sold that old Stranger Things cassette player today.
Nice.
Yeah, 150. I was like, yeah, I just need to get it listed. Yep, sold in 2 days. So that was a good one, and yeah, I'm probably just gonna go see. And we got a lot of big stuff today. That's the reason I'm kind of in a pinch on the shed. I'm like, I can go ahead and list the stuff, but after it's listed, I need somewhere to put it. And
Yeah. So what's your game plan as far as getting your stuff into the shed? What do you need to do before you do that?
so I got all the electrical supplies. So we got to run power. So I'll put a new fuse in the fuse box. So this will run on its own circuit.
So it'll have its own sub panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put a sub panel on the back. So I have all that.
Mm-hmm.
Once that's all run, just the wiring's at least run. I already got my outlet boxes in. I got a spray insulation company coming in. So they've already given me the quote. I just can't give them a date because I'm trying to get,
Yeah.
like building a house. So
Yeah.
that quote will work. So they'll spray foam it all in, and then I'll just work a couple nights and I'll go in and I'm not doing sheetrock. I'm just doing Luan plywood. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll cap all that in. Once that part's done, besides them putting a wall mounted space heater that runs off its own circuit. So it'll be a thermostat controlled one. Once it's kind of like climate controlled, we'll just start putting the racks in there.
Yeah.
That'll at least get that part done. We won't move the photography and listing out there probably unless things go crazy good, probably till February or March. So, but that is the plan. So where I'm sitting now, we'll go back to being an actual office.
Mm-hmm.
But this giant work table that I use will be out there, and then I'll have another table next to this that I've already bought. That'll be the shipping table.
Okay.
So that'll all be one unit out there. Move all the photography, lighting, all that stuff. So it'll be the go in the office and get everything done besides using the bathroom. So,
but you're going to use it as for staging stuff and storage and everything, right?
Yep.
Before you actually move.
Yep.
All your...
So the first step for it is everything that's listed will go out there. That'll be the first wave, and then everything unlisted, as we list, we fill a tote, take it out there, put it on the shelf.
Right.
But then we'll move the unlisted out there and then make 2 compartments to it. So you're literally just eliminating the left side of the shed and moving it to the right side.
Right.
So.
And is this where the shed is? Do you get Wi-Fi and stuff out there, or are you gonna run a line?
Yep, I'll get Wi-Fi out there, and if not, I'll just buy an extender and put it on the roof.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, just from our house, it stretches good out there.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, I'm trying to push by the week before Christmas that it's good to go.
Awesome.
It's just my weekends, that's my time to work on it, and I appreciate people wanting to free help me, but then I'm at the mercy of their time.
Right.
I'm kind of like, hey man, I'll give somebody $200. I have all the supplies there. It's like, hey, come wire it up.
Right.
As soon as they knock it out, insulation guys, I'm like, here's the keys.
Do you need a licensed electrician to do any of the work?
No. I mean, is that always preferred? Yes, but it's I bought the one that's right under the threshold for a permit for any building. So if I surpassed, I think 12 by 20, I got a 10 by 20. If I surpass 12 by 20, county has to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do it the horrible way and just run extension cords from my porch to it.
Don't do it. You don't want to burn down all your inventory.
No. But this guy, he's a commercial. He doesn't do residential, but he's a commercial electrician.
Okay.
So he's the one that, like, yeah, we went to Lowe's and he was like, yep, I'm going to get you everything to connect it. I'll put it in there and I'll let you know the next day I can do it.
Cool.
I was like, I appreciate that, but now that's we're going on week 2. So
Nice.
I'm just gonna see what his schedule's looking like for this weekend, and then just tell him like, because I even told him I was, dude, I'll pay you to knock this out. And he's like, no, man, it's my gift to you. And I was like, I know what that means though.
Well, that's the kind of one, like if he drinks, fine, what his favorite beer is, or liquor bottle, something, or just whatever, right? Something
Oh
just
yeah,
hey, it's just a thank you kind of token.
yeah,
Without
it's
actually paying him, if he won't accept it.
right. Um, yeah, I'm just more so like seeing what his timetable's looking like.
Mm-hmm.
That's my big thing. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and
Yeah, sounds good.
get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out, Dan, and thanks everybody else. Justin and Marie have been here for a while.
Yeah, for sure. And Greg and a lot of others.
Greg and a lot of other people tuned out. It's a good little get together. And guys, if y'all want me to kind of do this on Saturday nights, I'll do it. I honestly, I was having a good day. I wanted to get a few things listed, and when I looked, there are no lives on Saturdays.
It's pretty quiet, to be honest. There
It-
used to be a few here and there, but it's fairly quiet. I
yeah,
mean, you might get an auction or two or something, but yeah.
I know, and I was kind of like, if people just want to chat and hang out, like
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't stay up too late on Saturdays, but excuse me, but I just like just saying hey to the community and talking to
Yeah.
everybody. Hip
Yeah.
flipping, mama. Sorry, we were actually just ending, but thank you. Get to hang out a little bit.
Oh, it's good to see Mom. I haven't seen her in a while.
But yeah. Thanks, Dan. Thanks to everybody. Please share with other people in this community, whether you're on Instagram, whatever it is. Tell them something great about what's going on in your life. See what's going on in their life. We got enough negativity in the world. Let's spark some positivity. Let's have some fun.
For sure.
The best that we can. So everybody go out there, change the world. Dan, I changed this for you, by the way. I was saying change the world one sale at a time. Now I say one sale and one smile at a time. Because I know there's people out there that aren't resellers. And you're still making the world a better place with the smile. So
I changed the world one buy at a time.
exactly. Exactly. All right, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you soon. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.
Good night, everybody.